like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute. You just got your Sawgrass SG1000 in the mail. You're excited. You want to open it up and get right to it so you can start making some money, right? I'm going to show you everything that should have been included in your package along with how to set it up. In my case, I purchased the Sawgrass SG1000 with the ByPass tray with the standard batch of ink, which I highly recommend because the inks last for a long time. You can also purchase the one that have the starter pack of ink. Let's go over what's included, okay? So first of all, you have your SG1000. You have your ByPass tray. It's in the box. You have your power cable right here. You have this little thing right here. We don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to get to it. I'm going to show you. You have your little kickstand type of thing right here. You have a screw, a random screw that came in a bag, a USB cable. You have your ink install kit. You should have 4 inks in here: magenta, yellow, cyan, and black, right? In my case, I got some 11 by 17 inch paper, right? And then I also got some 13 by 19 inch paper. Look how huge this is. Love it, right? So along with this one little safety information kit, those are the things that you should have received in your Sawgrass SG1000 package. Now let's go over setting this thing up and getting familiar with the Sawgrass SG1000.
A-Dubb Productions.
First things first, guys, let's go ahead and set up our SG1000. Take the power cable you received and plug it into the side of your machine. Then we're going to plug the other end into the wall. Going to plug it in just like that. You guys see it? If you're like me, you're already getting excited. Next, we turn on the power button right here. And while that's turning on, we go ahead and grab our inks and take them all out of the box. I'm going to sit my inks right up here. 4 inks. And right now, it's telling us to set the ink correctly: black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. So we're just going to pull this down right here on the side. All right, gently pull that down. That does come off, but I'm going to leave it properly. So leave it down properly. Right here on the door of the Sawgrass, you can see that it's labeled. It has the colors right here. You got your black, you got your cyan, you got your magenta, and you got your yellow right here, so you can't mess it up. This black goes right here, cyan, so on, and yellow, so forth. Got the black right here. See the color right there? Go ahead and place it inside, like so. And you're going to fiddle with it a little bit. Just place it inside. Next is the magenta. Grab your magenta cartridge, match up the colors. Real easy. Actually, look at that. Got to make sure you're doing it right. It's cyan. Did that on purpose, guys. All right, so cyan, just like that. It's that easy. Just match up the colors, guys. Cyan right there. Now you got your magenta. Perfect example. Right here. Put that in. Then you got your yellow, right? Easy peasy. All right, everything is all set up. Now we're going to go ahead and close the door. And as we close the door, let's see what happens on the screen right here. All right, so the SG starts doing its thing. It says right here, loading ink first time, wait and do not touch the machine for about 7 minutes. So we're going to wait 7 minutes while the SG1000 does its thing for the very, very first time, guys. Very, very excited.
A-Dubb Productions.
As things progress, you'll notice that the time will start counting down because now it says it's 3 minutes left. So just let it continue doing its thing. Now our inks are all loaded up and we are ready to connect to Wi-Fi. But before we connect to Wi-Fi, I want to explain something to you guys because I get this question a lot. A lot of you guys might be thinking like, hey, I just put in 4 full ink cartridges and the levels are low. They didn't fill up the ink cartridges all the way. That's not true. What happened is, because you're turning on your printer for the first time, the ink just doesn't magically go from the ink cartridge and start printing out onto your paper. There are tubes that carries the ink from the ink cartridge to where it needs to go, to the heads, to the print heads, and then it prints out on your paper. So your ink is actually inside of those tubes, all right? So you're not missing any ink. You're not missing any ink. Your ink is just fed through for the very first time, and it's inside those tubes, okay? All right, now let's set up our Wi-Fi. I'm going to go a little bit slow. It's a lot of steps, all right? So first, we just press the menu button. Then we're going to go down to System Settings and press OK. Next, we're going to go down to Interface Settings. Down, Interface Settings, OK. Network, already on Network, press OK. Next, we're going to go all the way down to LAN Type. So all the way down here. LAN Type, press OK. All right, now we're going to go to Wireless LAN. Press OK. Wireless LAN, OK. All right, now we're going to go back one. Okay, we're going to go back one, which is escape. Escape, you can always go back one by pressing escape. All right, now we're going to go to Wireless LAN again. Press OK. And then Wireless LAN Easy Setup. Press OK. Next, we're going to go SSID Auto Search. Press OK. Now it's going to be searching for all of the wireless networks that's available. All right, so you select yours, and then you're going to enter in your password. I'm going to select this one. Right, after you select that, then you press enter. All right, see this enter right here? You press enter, and then it's going to make you enter in your password. So just enter in your password, and then hit accept, and then hit OK after it's successfully accepted the password. All right, so let me enter my password real fast. All right, so my password's been entered in. Now you want to hit accept. And if your password's entered in successfully, you'll get a message coming up right here. See the Wi-Fi light start to flash, and connection succeeded. All right, connection succeeded. So hit exit, and you can just exit all the way out. Escape, escape, escape to the main menu, or you can just hit menu right there. Goes back to the main menu. So now we have everything set up. We'll connect the Wi-Fi. Got the solid light right there. Only thing left to do is to add some paper, download Print Manager, and then we'll show you how to adjust the ByPass tray. So let's get to it.
A-Dubb Productions.
So now it's time for us to set up Print Manager. Go to sawgrassinc.com, create a profile if you haven't created one already. But let me show you how to download the Sawgrass Print Manager application. On Sawgrass Inc., you go ahead and go to Get Started. And the cool part about this, scroll down to Print Manager. The cool part about this is somehow this Sawgrass website senses what type of computer that you have. See right here, it says download for Mac. If you're on a PC, it'll say download for PC. So just click right there, and Print Manager will start downloading. And you just go ahead and run the install program so the Print Manager downloads onto your computer, okay?
A-Dubb Productions.
So now that Print Manager has been installed, you're going to launch Print Manager, and we're going to start setting this up. When you launch Print Manager, you get this screen right here. You got this cool dude right here. Printer model select, so press down and select the SG1000. That's what we're installing. Then you get a picture of it right there. And then you're going to select the ink type, and we're using the Subli Jet UHD. All right, you can refer to your ink package and check what ink you're using. I'm not using the Chroma Blast. Don't have the size of Easy Subli. We're using the Subli Jet UHD. All right, just like it says on the box. So select that, and then press next. And then install driver. Click next button to proceed. Sawgrass SG1000. We're gonna reinstall. I think I already had a driver on there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and press next. All right, so now we're gonna select that we're using Wi-Fi right here. Wi-Fi, next. All right, power on the printer. The printer is already powered on. connect to Wi-Fi. We already have that enabled, all right? And then add the printer. So we're just going to add the printer right now. There's another way to add the printer in your systems through your computer, but we're just going to go through this right here. Add printer. Then we're going to press, that opened up our system preferences right there. So we're going to search for the printer, press plus, and we're going to see our Sawgrass SG1000 on our network. So we press that right there. Then we wait a second, and then we're going to press add. Press add. Right there, you see it popped up on our network right there. So we're pretty much good to go, finished and set up for our Sawgrass SG1000. We're set up, we're synced, locked and loaded. X that out, finish. We're all set up, guys. We can actually print something right now, but before we do that, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to install the ByPass tray. Let's do that.
A-Dubb Productions.
Just so you know, you might get a screen like mine that says your Sawgrass SG1000 or SG500 needs a firmware update, in which case you just press update and let it run its course. Do not turn off your SG1000 or SG500 while the firmware updates. Just let it update. It says it's going to take approximately 10 minutes. Just let it update if it needs to be updated, okay? Once the update has ran, and the SG1000 returns to the screen that says ready on it. The screen looks like this right here. You just go ahead and press finish and your update is done. All right. So now we got our ByPass tray and we got this little thing right here that none of us knows what it is. You're going to tilt your ByPass tray and lay it on its back. You got these 3 slots right here. You got these 3 tabs right here. So put those tabs in there. Push this down on each side and push it in. Make sure it locks in. Make sure you do not, absolutely do not force the tabs in on the side and cause them to break. You got to push down on both of the tabs. All right, push down on this one, push down on that one to make sure it goes in and locks itself in. All right, so that's step number 1 right there. Now we turn off our SG1000 and unplug it to make sure it's off, okay? To power down your SG1000, you simply just hold on the power button and then it goes shutting down. All right, wait till it shuts down and then we're going to unplug it. All right, shut down. Now we go ahead and unplug it. And we're just doing this for safety precautions, right? Sorry about that. We're just doing a safety precautions. And now we're going to go ahead and turn our SG1000 to the back so you guys can see it. All right, here we go right here. Familiarize yourself with the back real fast. In case you ever have a paper jam, you can go like this. Just bring that down, unclog the paper, put this back up. All right, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to install this little guy right here. It's like our kickstand. All right, so before we install the ByPass tray, we're just going to go ahead and install this kickstand right here. And what it is it acts as a system to make sure the SG1000 doesn't tilt over this way in case you ever load in too much paper and it tilts backwards, which is probably never going to happen. But as a safety precaution, let's go ahead and grab this little screw that came with in the plastic. And then we go ahead and got this right here, that right there. That right there, you see the little silver in there. All right, go ahead and put that Phillips in there. And go ahead and stick it in there and start tightening it up. And it's been a while since I did a tutorial like this, a setup video like this, but I said I was going to do it on my SG500. I never got around to it because it was already set up and I was already making money with it. But now that I got the SG1000, I can do this setup video for you guys. So you guys see it's nice and snug on there. It's not going to tilt backwards. I don't know why they invented this thing, but hey, it's a thing. All right, so now let's put on our ByPass tray. So on our ByPass tray, you can see right here where it has this thing right, the slot right here, and on a ByPass tray you have this. And you have these 2 levers on the ByPass tray as well, one on both sides. Hold the levers down and just line everything up. Line everything up. That little lip right there that we just installed, this one right here, it's just going to sit in this slit right here. And once it sits there, everything just lines up perfectly. And you just go ahead and put it on, clicks into place, and we are good to go, guys. ByPass tray sits right there. Kind of feels a little weird, but it sits right there. It's not going anywhere. All right. I'm going to take it off again, and I'm going to show you guys exactly, let's give you guys like a side view of it so you guys can see how stuff lines up. To remove it, like I said, you just push down those two levers right there. So what I did was I push that in, I sat the lip right there that we just installed on the edge. You guys can see that. And then I kind of like just lined everything up, and I let go and made sure it clicked into place. All right, kind of clicks in. All right, this is to release it, actually, not to put it in. When you go put it in, you don't have to push down, you just click it into place. All right, so that's how you install the ByPass tray. So now that we have our ByPass tray installed, guys, we're going to cycle our computer, our SG1000 back on. Guys, one of the reasons why we turn our power off and we unplug it, first of all, we unplug it to make sure it's turned off. It doesn't have any power. And the real reason why, I think, is because if you install the ByPass tray with the machine on, the machine would not recognize the ByPass tray. You got to cycle the power off and cycle it back on for the machine to recognize the ByPass tray. All right, so now we're going to just go ahead and press the power button. I think it's over here. Let me just flip it around. Yep. Turn it on. And go ahead and let it do its thing, let it warm up and everything like that. Because every time you turn it on, it's like, kind of like does this little setup process. So I'm going to let it run a setup process, and then we're going to go into our computer. All right, so let me let it finish setting up. All right, so now in our computer, we're going to go ahead and system preferences. This is on a Mac, by the way. Go ahead and hit printers and scanners, and go ahead to your Sawgrass SG1000. Go ahead and hit options, and then you go ahead and hit options again, and then you see our ByPass tray unit is selected. So we just hit ByPass tray unit and just hit OK. And now we are all set up to print from the ByPass tray, guys. Just that simple, guys. Now, guys, I'm going to go a step further and help you familiarize yourself just a tad bit with the SG1000. You got this tray right here that slides out for holding paper once it's been printed. Push that in. You got this tray down here that slides out, and this holds your paper, okay? So this right here, you can slide this in and slide this out. Push this button right here to slide it back out. All right, and you can also adjust this lever right here for different sizes. And also this tray extends, guys. So okay, there's two tabs right here, one on this side and one on this side. You can pull this tab in, pull it in. Right, I pushed it in that way and that way, and now this tray extends. It gets wider, and there's a clip right here on both sides. Clip it back into place, clip it back into place. Now when you slide it in, it kind of juts out a little bit because it's now going to accept A3 size paper. Okay, you see A3 right there on the markings as it extended. So a lot of people used to say, hey Allan, how are you printing larger prints on your SE500? And that's the way I was doing it. The SG500 has the same type of slide out method, so you can use A3 printing paper. All right, so I'm just gonna click this back in, slide it back in. It's like a little convertible here. Push those slats back in, and then close that back up. Like I said, this is where you load your paper. Now, when you're loading your big size paper, your 13 by 19 paper, you put it up here. I want you guys to physically see the purpose of the ByPass tray, okay? So you just go ahead and slide this up right here, flip this part up, and now you see that this large paper fits right here in the back of the machine. And tighten it up right here. Make sure I load it properly. Tighten it up, and it holds right there in place, okay? And with the print side, with the side that you want the paper to print facing forward, and the back side laying back, all right? That's how this loads up. I think that's correct. In the comment section, let me know if it's correct. But I'm looking at the thing right here, and yeah, print side is facing forward, all right? So boom, bypass tray. Now let's go back to the front and see if this large size paper can fit in the front, which I'm telling you it can't. If you want to do it this way, you can clearly see that the paper is too wide. It can't fit. Even if I open it up as max as it can go, it can't fit. It can't fit inside the tray. It has to fit comfortably inside the tray, but it's too wide. So that's why you'd want to get the bypass tray, so you can print sheets as large as this. But without the bypass tray, you can print 11 by 17 by just clicking this out using this extension right here. 11 by 17. With the bypass tray, 13 by 19. Huge, okay? All right. So there you have it, guys. Help you set up your SG1000 with the bypass tray. That was more than a plethora of information. I just want to help you smooth that transition so you don't have any questions when you get your machine using my heat transfer warehouse link down in the description below. I thank you very much. Like I said, I was supposed to make this video for the SG500, but I never got around to it because I was so busy using the machine, and I didn't want to uninstall it and unset it up and everything like that just to get it going. So now I got the 1000. I made this video for you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it. For those of you guys that don't have one, now you guys know, you guys watch the video, you guys are familiar with how to set it up and stuff like that, so your transition can be kind of easy. Tune in, because we will be going over how to print something. I didn't want to make this video too long, but it's already long. So we'll be going over how to print something with Print Manager and stuff like that in a future video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. Share this video with your friends. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, A-Dubb Productions, Facebook, A-Dubb Productions, and go ahead and put my album on repeat on your major streaming platform that you like to listen to. A-Dubb, rocking with the best. Thank you very much for tuning in, Dub Nation. I appreciate you guys very much. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're shopping on Amazon for anything at all, use my Amazon affiliate link down in the description below. I'm an Amazon affiliate. Helps me out a lot. Now go ahead, guys. If it's sold out, just go ahead, put in your order, grab your SG1000, and let's start making some money together. It's your boy, Allan Wade. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby? This right here, this right here.